Hello friends, welcome back to our channel, EduJobby360. Please watch this video till the end without skipping. Selecting the appropriate educational institution for your children in India is a critical decision that can significantly impact their personal, social, and academic growth. When making this decision, it is important to take into account the following factors. Curriculum and board are the initial factors to evaluate. Board of Education. In India, there are numerous educational organizations, including CBSE, ICSE, state organizations, IB, International Baccalaureate, and Cambridge International. The instructional methodologies, subjects, and assessment patterns of each board are distinct. Select a board that is consistent with your child's prospective academic goals. Academic concentration versus holistic development. While some educational institutions prioritize scholastic excellence, others prioritize the development of the entire individual, which encompasses extracurricular activities, sports, and the arts. The second factor that should be taken into account is proximity and location. Commute time. Prefer institutions that are located within a reasonable distance from your residence to prevent the need for lengthy and exhausting commutes. Safety of the location. The surrounding area should be secure and safe, particularly if your child will be traveling alone or using school transportation. The third factor that should be taken into account is the quality of the teaching staff. Teacher qualifications. Evaluate the qualifications and experience of the educators. The learning experience of your child can be substantially influenced by well-trained teachers. Student-teacher ratio. A lower student-teacher ratio guarantees that each pupil receives more personalized attention. Infrastructure and facilities are the fourth factor that should be taken into account. Classrooms. The learning experience can be improved by the use of modern teaching aids in well-ventilated, spacious classrooms. Libraries and laboratories. Comprehensive development necessitates the presence of libraries, reading rooms, and science and computer facilities. Sports and extracurricular facilities. Ensure that the school has sufficient facilities, such as playgrounds, music rooms, and art studios, if your child is interested in sports or the arts. The fifth factor that should be taken into account is the reputation and results of the school. Research the school's reputation and its history of producing successful students in academics, athletics, and other fields. School success. The quality of education and opportunities provided can be indicated by the success of schools' alumni. The sixth factor that should be taken into account is the teaching approach and values. Pedagogy. The teaching methods employed by some institutions are traditional, while others incorporate modern, student-centric approaches such as project-based learning or experiential learning. Determine the approach that is most appropriate for your child. Values and culture of the school. It is crucial that the values and culture of the school align with the values of your family and the type of upbringing you wish for your child. The seventh factor that should be taken into account is the affordability and fee structure. Affordability. The fee structures of private institutions in India can vary significantly. Although certain esteemed institutions impose substantial fees, it is crucial to evaluate whether the fee is commensurate with the value they provide and is within your budget. Hidden costs. Be cautious of supplementary expenses including uniforms, literature, transportation, and extracurricular fees. The eighth factor that should be taken into account is extracurricular activities. Well-rounded development is fostered by schools that promote participation in athletics, music, arts, and other extracurricular activities. Competitions and events. Regular intra-school and inter-school competitions can assist children in discovering their interests beyond academics. Discipline and safety measures are the ninth factor that should be taken into account. Discipline methodology. Comprehend the school's approach to discipline. There are institutions that are more strict, while others are more lenient and nurturing. Safety protocols. Inquire about the safety measures in place, such as surveillance, child protection policies, medical facilities, and emergency protocols. The 10th factor that should be taken into account is parental involvement. Parent-school interaction. Schools that promote parent-teacher meetings and consistent updates on the child's academic progress enable parents to remain engaged in their child's academic career. Community engagement. Certain educational institutions foster a sense of community by engaging parents in a variety of school activities. The 11th factor that should be taken into account is the school environment. Diversity and inclusivity. Evaluate whether the school cultivates an inclusive and diverse environment that values individuals from diverse backgrounds and cultures. Emotional and mental well-being. Seek out institutions that prioritize the emotional and mental well-being of students by offering stress management programs and counseling services. The 12th factor that should be taken into account is technology and innovation. Technology integration. Schools that incorporate technology into their educational programs, e.g., smart classrooms, e-learning tools, can improve the learning experience and remain current with contemporary teaching methods. STEM programs. Check to see if the school provides specialized programs in the disciplines of science, technology, engineering, or mathematics if your child is interested. The 13th factor that should be taken into account is the size of the school. Class size. Smaller schools may offer a more intimate learning environment, while larger schools may offer more resources and extracurricular opportunities. Choose the environment that is most conducive to your child's development. The 14th factor that should be taken into account is the feedback provided by alumni and parents. Word of mouth. Insights into the school's strengths and weaknesses can be gained from feedback from parents whose children are presently attending the school or alumni. Online reviews. The school's overall reputation can be determined by examining online reviews and evaluations on platforms such as Google or school review websites. 15th factor to consider. Special talents or needs. Special education needs. If your child has special education needs, it is important to verify that the school has the necessary facilities and trained personnel to accommodate those needs. Gifted and talented programs. If your child is exceptional in a particular discipline, seek out schools that provide programs or specialized attention to cultivate their talents. Dear parents, please be advised that the selection of the appropriate school for your children necessitates a delicate equilibrium between academic excellence, the child's overall development, and practical factors such as location and budget. Before making a final decision, it is crucial to visit the schools that have been shortlisted, engage in conversations with instructors and administrators, and gain a sense of the school environment. Finally, it is important to bear in mind that no institution is capable of being entirely flawless. Attempt to consider the optimum number of factors that I have outlined in this article when selecting the most appropriate school for your children. All the best for all your and your children's future endeavours. Follow EduJoby 360 to discover more about employment, education and careers.